Hello and welcome to Scrapping on the Fly. My name is Kristen and it is day 4 of Scrap Timber, and I am finishing up the last couple sketches from 30 Days of Sketches with Christy's Beautiful Life, Series 15. Today's prompt for Scrap Timber is double pages. So I'm going to work on a double page. And I have this sketch right here, which is day 24 from Emily's Paper Caper. This is from 30 Days of Sketches back in June 2024. I am going to do this pretty much like it is, except I'm going to take those 3 that are vertical and put them horizontal, and actually there's going to be 4 of them, but I'm going to do that. Other than that, though, the rest of the layout is going to look pretty close to the actual sketch. And I am just using Discover and Create by Vicky Booten. I had lots of things on here I really wanted to use, and I wanted to find a collection that I knew I had a lot of paper, so I could use 2 of the same paper for the background. So, and then I have a stencil from Scrapping Reflections. That is a bunch of little triangles that I'm going to use where she's got the, some mixed media back there as well. So I have lots of papers, lots of embellishments. I have 7 different pictures. I have this really cool double page sketch and my prompt. So let's see how this goes. So I start with this Scrapping Reflections stencil and these 2 papers that came from the pre-made mixed media pack for the Discover and Create by Vicky Booten. And I don't find this cheating at all because I am creating the mixed media. Plus, these papers are meant for cheating, and that's fine. There's nothing wrong with that at all, especially if you're not in the mood to get messy or you're not comfortable with mixed media. These pages are fun. And sometimes when this was going to fit what I really wanted to do anyway, because I kind of wanted to keep this middle section, like the square in the middle, as where I was doing most of my work. And so this pre-made mixed media in that square in the middle was perfect for that. And I just made sure the ink pretty much just stayed in that middle part. And I was debating here if I wanted to put the little branding strip across down a little further or up completely flush against the top. And I'll fiddle with that back and forth, and then I end up putting it flush at the top because I like it better. I apologize. My washer is about as noisy as could be, and it's, even though my bedroom door is closed, it is still hollering. So I have these pictures from a cheerleading event. Here, one of my besties was a cheerleading coach, and I went to cheer them on during a competition back in, I think it's in February. I'll have to look at my dates. And so I don't have an issue sharing these on YouTube, just because the pictures are so small, you're not gonna be able to make out, heads or tails or faces or anything like that. So I'm not terribly worried about that. Typically, if I've got pictures that have kids in them, I'm going to get permission from families before I post those. But since the pictures are so small and their little bitty faces are so small, you can't even at the close-ups, you can't make that kind of stuff out. So I went through and found the chipboards. And the first one I found, I can't remember what it said, but I was like, oh, this is fitting. And then I found that Cheerful, and I went, well, that's about as fitting as it gets. And then this number 1 I thought was good. I want to bring all the different colors in. Since I've got that stripy paper at the bottom, I can use whatever color I want from this collection. I did use Wild Honey Distress Oxide as my ink for that background that I pushed through the Scrapping Reflections stencil. I double matted my pictures on the left layout because the yellow wasn't standing out for me, and it's not standing out really strongly on the right side either. But I was okay with that because I'm going to do a lot of embellishing, wordy embellishing around the pictures. And you can already see some of the things that I plan on using over there. But I just am going to there's going to be enough to bring your attention to the pictures as they go down. It is a step-by-step. They were doing one of the basket, I don't know the official terms, but like one of those basket carries where you hold the kiddo up and they do like a little stunt in the air, and then they do the basket to catch them. And so the little bitty that was being tossed up in the air and everything had a little fall the day before, so they were a little worried she was going to be too nervous to perform it. So but she did a fabulous job, and you can't really tell in the little pictures, especially so far away, but It was very well done. And so that's why I put a lot of things on here that say things like being brave, just do your best, that kind of thing. But I do have like this little Marvel vellum over here on the left layout. I have a little wordy bit I'm going to put up at the top picture, says "Hey you," because it's right next to where my best friend is standing while her girls are sitting on the floor waiting for their turn. I just love decorating with wordy bits, especially when they fit. And this collection came with a ton of wordy bits, so it was good to get a handful of those used up, really. I think I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, like 11 wordy bits on this layout. So I'm good with that. And so I'm just adding some little things. This layout took me 50 minutes, but part of that was tucking my kid into bed. I'm watching a show. I was talking on my phone, texting, and fidgeting with all the things because I have so much in this collection. It's kind of overwhelming. So I'm trying to use things up, but honestly, I don't use as much as I could have. I do have any little enamel puffies, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and I decided since it was a step process over here with the little basket carry that I would put a 1, 2, 3, 4 on those 4 pictures to kind of lead you down the whole storyline. I love telling stories with my pictures and putting them in order of like how things happen, especially with things like this. I do make sure to get like that orange Cheerful is on the left layout, so I've got that little orange arrow on the right layout. I try and make sure there's a little bit of all the different colors. And then I go through and pick out some little this and that's or phrases or wordy bits that will collaborate or cooperate with the colors at the bottom strip because that looks really bare. So I put that "made me smile" over there in the bottom right. But I also wanted to add a couple other little things. So I do add like little hearts or the little puffy stickers or little stars or anything like that. I've got one that says "oh yeah," one says "digging this," and I think the other one says this here. And so I just figured I'd add those, add a little bit of extra something down there. There's a small amount of dimensional on here because the title is in chipboard, and a couple of the embellishments are either foam or they are the puffies. So there is a small amount of dimension, but not a ton. And I'm okay with that. You can't have a ton of dimension on every layout or you will have 100 books for 1 year. So like I said, Scrap Timber, which is hosted by the Scrappy Sisters, and you can find them here on YouTube as well as on Instagram and all the other places. Search up hashtag Scrap Timber 2024, and you can find all the different people who are hopping along starting September the 1st with these prompts. I'm just getting caught up with 30 days sketches. I have 1 or 2 more sketches to do, and I'll be done with 30 days. And then I'll just be doing different things through the month of September with the prompts that are given. I love the way this turned out. It's kind of simple, not a whole lot of layers or anything. These are little pictures, which is a little bit different than what I'm used to, and they seem kind of small on this layout, but I really love the way that it turned out. And so I hope you will go and check out all the other people hopping along with Scrap Timber, as well as all the people who hopped along back in June with 30 Days of Sketches. I would love it if you'd give me a thumbs up if you like this video and or my layout. I would also love it if you'd come back and see me again really soon. And I hope you get a chance today to do something you love with someone you love. Happy scrapping!